Hey YouTube, this is Rescue Spark Fan 62. It is Wednesday, October 23rd at about 7:12. In today's video, I'm here to give my predictions for NXT's Halloween Havoc. Now, some of these I'm going to really talk about and give my predictions. The first one is Zadra arrives. Now, who's Zadra, you ask? This is formerly known as Delta. So they had to change her name. I guess it was hard to get that on merchandise and stuff. I'm not entirely sure. Now, what she's going to do, I'm not entirely sure. But so it's one of those things where I'm not entirely sure what she's going to do, because she did show up on NXT at the end of the show last night. So what she's entirely going to do on the show, I'm not entirely sure. So the first match we get to is Kalani Jordan versus one member of the Fatal Influence in a spin the wheels choice. Now, the thing about that is I'm not entirely sure what that means. Does that mean at the show they'll spin the wheel and they will see what it goes on? I'm not entirely sure. Next is Andre Chase versus Ridge Holland in a ambulance match. Now, this is going back to No Mercy. Basically, Andre Chase and Chase U accepted Ridge Holland into Chase U. And then after Chase U lost the tag titles, Ridge Holland went off and destroyed everybody in Chase U except for Thea Hale. So it got to this point. Now, I am curious how this is going to go, because does this mean the other members of Chase U is going to interfere or what? I don't know. Next is Tony D'Angelo versus Oba Femi in a tables, ladders, and scares match. Essentially, this is like a TLC match. Just there may be an occasional Halloween gag in it. But it should be overall a good match. Now, for the winners, I do suspect Kalani Jordan to win versus Fatal Influence, with Zara coming for that title. For Andre Chase versus Ridge Holland, I suspect Andre Chase to win. For Tony D'Angelo versus Oba Femi, I suspect Tony to win. This next one is interesting, and that is Roxanne Perez and Cora Jade versus Julia and Stephanie Baker. Now, this is going back to No Mercy, where Julia arrived and was coming after Roxanne's title. Fast forward to the NXT on the CW. Roxanne Perez beat Julia for the title with help of Cora Jade. The next week on NXT, Stephanie Baker made her debut, full-fledged debut, as she did debut officially 2 weeks before on the last episode of NXT on USA. So this is more going to be of a match for revenge. So I can see Julia coming after Roxanne's title in some way. Going maybe into Deadline in December, if they have Deadline. So that is going to be an interesting thing. For the winner, I think it's going to be Julia and Stephanie Vacker. And last one, this is probably going to main event the show. This is Trick Williams versus Ethan Page in a Devil's Playground match for the NXT title. Now, essentially, this is a no mercy or no holds barred type match with Halloween theming to it. But overall, it is going to be a good match, and I do suspect some Halloween shenanigans mixed in. But I do suspect Ethan Page to win. So that is the card for Halloween Havoc at this time. It is Sunday on Peacock at 6:30, I believe.